So our vocal training fundamental today is how to achieve optimal resonance with minimal effort. And this isn't a demonstration. This is actually in my level 2 course. So I want to touch on it here now just to tell you how important it is, because it's not so widely taught. And the method of it, or the subject, really came up originally in speech therapy. People who had problems with speaking, maybe they became hoarse or they lost their voice. And the people that work in speech therapy, a couple of them realize that there's an optimal way that we make sound. Resonance or resonation is where we have the fundamental note, or the note we're speaking or singing, but there's a harmonic series above it that's created by the way we shape our tongue and our jaw, our lips, the soft palate, how much air pressure we're using. There's a lot of these variables in this instrument of the voice that produce harmonics. And those harmonics are also produced inside the resonation chamber. So just by the sound waves bouncing off of bone and tissue and teeth before they leave the head, the resonation chamber, that also creates and amplifies hopefully pleasing sounding harmonics in the voice. And that's what we're after. And what can happen is, so what we do when we train is we'll do certain exercises where the entire focus of the exercise is to find the right position for you, for us, because each person is different, where the opening of the mouth, the width of the lips, the position of the soft palate, the activation of the muscles in the head and face, all of these things find a certain position or coordination to produce the maximum amount of quality resonation and harmonics with a minimal amount of effort, because we want to take that into our singing. The resonation and the harmonics, the ring, the metallic sound, the twang, as people call it sometimes these days, that's what we're after. That's what gives us our signature sound when we're trying to develop. I often say, find your voice. We're finding our voice. That's the key tagline, at least now in the launching phase of Vocal Nebula, is to find your voice and your signature sound. And that sound is this well-produced tone. You make sound here, you make a tone here, and then you shape the sound, you complexify it by adding harmonics and resonation inside the resonation chamber. Okay, so that's what we're after. We have a series of exercises to help you find that maximum resonation at minimal effort. And the reason I say that is because I know there's some teachers out there. There's one in particular online, and I actually like him, and I have his course, but he teaches you from the very beginning to open your mouth as wide as you possibly can, vertically and horizontally, and then you do your exercises. Oh, you do it with your mouth wide open. Well, this is taking you as far from your optimal resonation point as possible. So it puts you at risk of injury, in fact. People are learning how to find that optimal resonant point to protect themselves from injury. So if you're trying to put a lot of energy in making a big sound and your mouth is as wide open as possible, you're so far off your maximum optimal point of resonation that it's not going to sound as well, and you're at risk of hurting yourself. So what you want to do, whether it's with Vocal Nebula or somewhere else, is you want to find that optimal point of producing rich harmonics, high quality resonation, nice and focused, with a good medium amount of effort and not forcing or pushing. Okay, so that is today's vocal training fundamental. As always, leave questions, comments, whatever you do, you can do here, and have a great day.